evening, and thank you very much for joining us for a very special networking event. Of course, you know why we're all here today. It's in celebration of Jane. Now, I know she's not very fond of goodbyes, so we're going to try not to talk about goodbyes, but rather talk about all the reasons that have made her time with us so special. Before we begin, I'd just like to let everybody know that we have a visitor's book at the entrance of the restaurant over there. There's a table with a visitor's book that we would like all of you to sign and leave a few words for Jane. And this will be given to her as a gift, and she will take it with her to Dubai. I would also like to thank Kazala for hosting this evening. And a big thank you to Scott, who have just joined us as our new sponsor and will be sponsoring our networking events for the next 3 years. Thank you very much, Scott. They have an amazing team. Big round of applause for them. So now I would like to call on the chairperson of the MIUD, Catherine McElraith, who would like to say a few words for Jane.
I hope you all had a wonderful festive season and that 2016 will be a successful year in every way. I am so delighted to see the turnout tonight. Thank you so much for so many of you coming here this evening. This networking event will remain a memorable one, but also a sad and emotional one for most of us, as we bid au revoir and good luck to Jane, not farewell. Firstly, a big thank you again to Kazla and to Scott, our new sponsor for this evening. Much appreciated. It's a wonderful setting. A big thank you especially to Melissa and the MIUD team for all the hard work that they've put into making this event an amazing event today. Jane, where are you? Jane, this evening is all about you. It's been a privilege for me to be working with you over the last few years as a board member and as the chairperson of the MIUD. We have been so proud of all your achievements and all your accomplishments. It's really been amazing. You have taken the MIUD beyond expectations, and you will always be associated with this amazing success story. On behalf of the board and all those present here tonight, we cannot thank you enough for the years of leadership, the hard work, the dedication, and the passion that you have given relentlessly to promote the MIUD and good governance, good corporate governance in Mauritius. You will be sorely missed. And now, we are left with some very big shoes to fill. Believe me, they are big shoes. On that note, I'd like to give you a brief update about where we are in the recruitment process for the appointment of Jane's successor. Not an easy task, as you can all imagine. The board appointed AfriPro to handle the recruitment process that started since early in November. AfriPro and the board have worked relentlessly these past couple of months and over the festive season. And for that, a very big thank you to the teams, in particular to Maurice Léon and Séverine Juniaville, and my fellow directors for their time and support. We have received more than 200 applications that have been analyzed and processed in search of that very best possible candidate to fill those very big shoes and to take the MIUD to new heights. I am pleased to share with you that we have interviewed some excellent candidates. We have had some interesting debates and some difficult decisions to make, but we are almost there. An appointment is imminent. It's too soon to say anything at this stage, and as soon as possible we will make an announcement to that effect. I am confident that we will be in the position to introduce you to Jane's successor in person at the next networking event. So I hope you all come as numerous as you are tonight to join us for that. In the meantime, please rest assured that Jane is leaving us in very good hands with an excellent team. It will be business as usual under the leadership of Isabelle François-Leopold. Where is Isabelle? Is Isabelle? Who will be acting manager. And of course, Isabelle will also have the full support of the MIOD board members. We all have a little delegated task to make sure that we keep the forum and the MIOD going. Jane, there is no doubt that your success story is not over. On behalf of the board and the MIOD team and all those present this evening, I would like to wish you all the very best on your new path in Dubai and the Middle East. I would like you all to join me in a toast to Jane to say three things. Thank you, good luck, and not farewell, but au revoir.
Of the MIOD, ladies and gentlemen, everything comes to an end. Although Jane has been the CEO of the MIOD for just over half of its short 8.5 years existence, her name and that of the Institute had, so to speak, become interchangeable. This is quite understandable, as you will see from what follows. When Jane joined as CEO in April 2011, the MIOD was 4 years old, having first been manned on a voluntary and part-time basis by a group of directors during the initial 2-year period. Those were the years where the MIOD had to be put on the rails, seeking the support of founder members and patrons. Subsequently, a first CEO had been recruited, but he resigned after having served for a period of 17 months. Then came Jane. One can say that she it was who set up the various training programs for directors, established contacts with trainers locally and abroad, and activated the recruitment of members. Also, she made it a point to launch and develop several director services, starting with the Directors Forum and followed by the Audit Committee Forum. Those two forums, for which Jane has succeeded in securing the active support of 2 professional accounting firms, are publishing guidelines regularly on topics of interest to directors. And indeed, other forums have followed, namely the Company Secretary Circle, the Business Council for Sustainable Development, the Whistleblowing Council, and the Private Sector Anti-Corruption Task Force. Those initiatives illustrate the strategy of the MIOD to be in the forefront and to be ready to tackle issues as they come to the surface. Jane's contribution as CEO has undoubtedly been significant in this respect. Jane, as you now proceed to a new professional environment, I have no doubt that the experience you have gathered in the budding MIOD will serve you in good stead. I trust that you will, although from afar, continue to support the efforts of the MIOD to serve the local corporate community and to maintain friendly relations with institutes all over the world, which you have yourself organized, and indeed in the Gulf Cooperation Council countries. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in wishing to Jane plenty of success in her new assignment.
You surprise me every day more and more, and I think we can have musical workshops very soon, okay? I'm sure. Listen, I'm quite overwhelmed, and as you can imagine, I asked Melissa to arrange a little trapdoor. You know the things that those magicians do and how they do their disappearing act. So Melissa, now's the time, please. You did organize it, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so that means I got to do this, okay. So, thank you. And the retrouvailles will not be in 10 years, I'm sure. They'll be a lot sooner, okay? Thank you all. Thank you all for being here this evening. Maybe we should have more farewell parties to get so many people together. I need to say a lot of thank yous first. I'll try not to turn it into the Oscars, but do my best. But I need first of all to say thank you to the directors of the MIOD, past and present, Kathy, all the chairmen and past chairmen, from Pierre to George to David to James to Kathy today, all the directors who've served the MIOD and continue. Thank you for your trust and confidence. Thank you for your commitment and dedication. I don't think people know how hard you work pro bono to achieve what we achieve. Thank you. It's been a real pleasure to work with you all, and I've learned a lot from you. Thank you to the founders and patrons. Pierre, thank you for reminding us of how the MIOD started. But without the founders and patrons on these banners around us, we wouldn't have an MIOD, because your investment was essential. And I hope you've had, and you see the return on your investment, and know that you didn't only invest in the MIOD, in corporate governance and better directors, but you invested in Mauritius and making Mauritius a jurisdiction of high quality and sound corporate governance principles. Thank you to the members. Yes, from 200 to over 1,200 today, and still growing. Keep growing. Please be active members in any way you can. Please encourage others to join. And this is your institute. Continue to support it and demand high standards as you do. Thank you to all who partner with us on the forums and the councils, partnerships in other ways, our suppliers, our other stakeholders, the people that we work with like ACCA, MIPA, PWCEY. I can't mention them all. Thank you for your valued collaboration. Thank you to the NCCG, for Tim for all the collaboration we've enjoyed, and to Arno with the new NCCG. Thank you to the trainers. We saw a few of them on the slides, and the fun moments that we've had. Many of them can't be here tonight. Kim is not here. Françoise has broken her foot. I don't think I've seen Benoit, and Zarina is away. But Anne Lois, Bruno, Sanju, Patricia, it's been a wonderful privilege to work with you all. Thank you to our sponsors, Scotch and Kasla tonight. Natasha, I'm glad we finally did this. And Matthew, it's great to have you on board. But above all, it's thank you from the bottom of my heart to the MIOD team. I'm going to miss you so much. I've rarely worked with a team that bonded so well together so quickly and has reached such a high performance in such a short space of time. Keep up the great work. And, well, I'm going to miss you. I can't say any more than that. You're with me in my heart. And that's enough of the Oscars, I think. I want to just say that, yes, the MIOD has come a long way since it was founded in 2008, Pierre, I think. It's already a world-class institute that you can all be proud of. My predecessor and the directors laid the foundations. They were good foundations. And the last years that we built the first floor. But it's now up to the board and to my successor to build the next floor and to decide how tall this building is going to be. There's still plenty of work to do. And Mauritius, is going to grow, it's going to evolve, and we need to ensure it continues to be a beacon of corporate governance in the region. So yes, I'm moving to Dubai to run the Gulf Cooperation Council Board of Directors Institute. It's 6 countries. It's going to be a very challenging environment. I leave with the confidence, yes, Pierre, that the MIOD is in great hands, and with the knowledge and experience of the last 6 years to hold me in good stead. I don't underestimate the challenges, but I'm looking forward to them. There is a wave of change taking place in the Gulf right now, so I believe it's going to be a very interesting and exciting time, and it's an exciting opportunity. And I hope I can make a little contribution there too. So even though I'm leaving Mauritius after 33 years, Mauritius will always be my home, the place where I've learned so much, made so many friends, developed and matured, and it's always going to be an important place in my life. No matter where I am, I'll always be an ambassador for Mauritius, and you know that you can count on me to build cooperation, bridges, and I'm sure there's going to be lots of opportunities between the IOD in Dubai and the IOD in Mauritius. So those retrouvailles will happen soon. Thank you all for your support. Thank you all for your friendship. I will miss you all. I wish you all the great success, and please, long life to the MIOD. Thank you.